Here, shout out to Abdul Hop. It's gonna be a short live. I just wanted to go over something that I was telling y'all before because I'm not a advocate or I ain't a fan of that. But once you did your time, just because you did something in the past, you're supposed to lose your right to carry a gun because the clear black and white, or as you see it over there, the clear text of the Constitution does not put any restrictions on who is allowed to carry a weapon. So if someone did something 10 years ago, and it don't even mean if they did something 10 years ago, it wasn't always like this. Congress we got all these this big government, them, make all these fucking statutes that's against the law of the land, which is the Constitution, which takes away our right to defend ourselves just because, let's say I had a drug charge. Now, normally drug charges, even if I kill somebody or something like that, why the fuck, like, why shouldn't I be able to defend myself? Why shouldn't we be able to carry a gun? So I'm gonna show you what I've been saying for quite some time. It's going on Instagram and everything. So I just was watching. Now this happened. This happened like 15 hours ago. You got people going live and saying Boosie is telling. I'm like, yo, yo, where the fuck do y'all be getting, where the fuck do y'all be getting y'all motherfucking balls from though? Like, y'all was in the room? Y'all seen the 302? Y'all seen some paperwork? I ain't saying if he told or not, but 922G, where I live at, has been ruled unconstitutional on its face. Supreme Court has a couple cases up there where 922G is starting to be outlawed, and the Justice Department is not even really fighting against these cases. But I want to show you how they put Boosie's case. Like, this is the shit that we had to go through. Now, it's funny that right at the end, I was just showing the last live I was showing, and they talking about Jay Prince and Boosie did this and Boosie did that. I don't know what no fucking body did. But why the fuck people talk on shit and don't know the fucking law? I mean, do you know the law where you stay? Do you know the law where anybody else stay? Have you read the fucking Supreme Court? Do you read Supreme Court case law? No, most motherfuckers just go live and start talking shit. The Second Amendment does not put any restrictions on it, but watch how they wrote Boosie shit up, though. I want y'all to see this real quick, and then I'm be out. So this is look. This how they play. Look how they play them. Now that's this man's name, and I know you're happy that he didn't have to do no more jail time. I'm glad he didn't. Now it says this is first off, this is in San Diego, California, which is the 9th Circuit. And what it say? Terrence Ivy Hatch, aka Boosie, aka Lil Boosie, aka Boosie Badass. Look, put all his little handles on here. Was sentenced in federal court today for violating Title 18 USC Section 922G1, felon in possession of a firearm and ammunition. District Court Judge Kathy Ann her name, sentenced Hatch to 3 years of supervised release. 3 years now. Let me just say this. First off, 3 years of supervised release. First off, 922 G, it's 0 to 10 years. 0 to 10 years that the judge has an option to give you. So the judge crafted a sentence of 3 years supervised release, 300 hours of community service, plus, look, $50,000 fine. What the fuck? For what? According to a plea agreement on or about May 6, 2023, within the Southern District of California, Hatch, knowing his status as a convicted felon, did knowingly possess a firearm, a Glock 19 pistol, that traveled in and affected interstate commerce. I'll show you something about that anyway. The firearm was loaded with 10 9mm caliber rounds of ammunition in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 922 G1. Blah, 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 all this bullshit. On or about May 6, 2023, San Diego police identified Hatch while watching the Instagram live of a known member of the what? Neighborhood Street Gang. Hatch was seen in the Instagram live with a gun tucked in his waistband as he appeared to be filming a music video. So first off, they don't even know if the motherfucker is a real gun or not. But somebody filming him, and it they barely got him in there. They just showing the gun. But look, it's a neighborhood crip street gang. Officers determined where the video was being recorded and conducted a traffic stop on Hatch. Now remember, he's in the backyard. Looked like he in the backyard. Officers determined where the video was, so probably by the time he got there, they conducted a traffic stop on Hatch, who he stated was his security detail. When asked by officers, Hatch denied having any weapons, but his security detail turned over a bag containing a 9mm Springfield Hellcat, whatever that shit is, loaded with 7 rounds of ammunition and not registered in where? California. All occupants were removed from the vehicle, and during a search of the vehicle, officers located a 9mm Glock 19 pistol in the back seat of the car where Hatch had been seated. Following the search, officers placed Hatch, whose prior criminal convictions include 2011, this fucking 2026, 2020, the 2011 felony drug trafficking conviction, under arrest for felon in possession of a firearm. Not that he fucking was usually shot somebody or anything. Following his arrest and while at the police station, officers observed Hatch threatening his security detail, including threatening to put $10K on their head and put them in a body bag. Hatch told agents all the firearms had been in possession of his security detail the entire time. Agents later determined that the gun found in the back seat of the vehicle was the same firearm Hatch had in his waistband during the filming of the music video. That Hatch's DNA was found on both firearms, and that the firearms were purchased by Hatch's girlfriend in Georgia and not his security detail. Look how far they went just to get probation for something. Look, this is in California, the 9th Circuit. So now I'm going to show you. I'm bad. I'm gonna show you what the Ninth Circuit is ruled in this case, because this shit is corny right here. And I'm not saying this because it's Boosie, but it's because, yo, how many of us want to protect our family? And you did something in the past, but you just need to protect your family just because where you live or how, your status. But that's not what determines anything in this land. You got a right to fucking defend yourself anywhere. Anywhere in the United States, you have a right to defend yourself. Shout out to my one and only solo toes. I don't know how to say that shit. What you say? Solo 10 toes. Solo 10 toes. But so now, mind you, I was talking about this a while ago. I was talking about this a while ago, but in the Third Circuit, like um during like the COVID thing, the Third Circuit, which is up here, which contain New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Magistrate judge said, a magistrate, like when you first walk in there and they lock you up, you go get your bond and everything. A magistrate judge refused to detain a man that had been convicted of murder or been involved in a murder before. And then it went all the way up. The government was like, oh no, woo. Went all the way up to the Third Circuit Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals said the plain text. That's why I put up the plain text. Do you see anything about it say, if you're a felon, you can't carry a gun? No, that's some shit that was added on by Congress that they ain't even had the power to do. If you want to change and make a constitutional amendment or something like that, go hold that fucking Congress drawn like y'all did when y'all made the Constitution, like the forefathers did. They did. It says the plain text. The Supreme Court has ruled the same thing. The plain text of statutes, the plain text of Constitution amendments allows for us to carry guns no matter what. It don't say that we supposed to have no fucking permit or nothing. So, I mean, I guess he happy he ain't go to jail. So shout out to him. But let me show you what they just ruled. They just ruled this in the same circuit. I don't want to use that. I want to use it down. I downloaded it. All right, let me share this screen with you. Okay, show you. I see it. This is the Ninth Circuit. Look. You see, Boosie case was a year before this, before the Ninth Circuit got this, but this was in 2019. So panel affirmed in part and reversed in part the district court's summary judgment in favor of California Attorney General's Bonta, whatever, and Mark civil rights lawsuit challenging under the Second and 14th Amendment California's restriction on open carry of the firearm. Addressing Baird's facial and as applied challenges to the California's urban open carry ban, the panel held that California's ban on open carry in counties with a population of greater than 200,000 is inconsistent with the Second Amendment's right to bear arms as applied to the states through the 14th Amendment. Yo, yo, I said I was. I'm live. You ain't you in the chat. So I just see you in the chat. I just seen you in the chat. Yeah. All right. I'm back. So, facial and as applied challenges to the state's through the formula. Applying the standards set forth in the New York versus Braun. This is a Supreme Court case right here. It was clearly protected at the time of the founding and at the time of the adoption of the 14th Amendment. Now they're going under the 14th Amendment, but the Second Amendment is where they applying it to the states. I don't get where they got that bullshit from, or whatever that they apply it to the states under the 14th Amendment. 14th Amendment, don't say nothing about that. There is no record of any law restricting. There is no record of any law restricting open carry at the founding, let alone a distinctively similar historical regulation. So what would you call 922G? I told you they getting ready to overturn these shits because there is a split in the laws of different states. This not just about open carry, but our Second Amendment right. This is how you see how they talk against themselves. You could tell it's just going to take somebody to go up there and challenge it. I don't need all this doing here. I don't need all of this. Again, they're talking about New York versus Rwanda versus the Right Association. Now, this is talking about some counties down there, but when you reading the case law, look at all of this stuff. Look, the footnote. Everywhere that's challenging this shit. Look, 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024, 2024. And they specifically mentioned Texas too. And look what they say. So when you read the plain text of the law, we're not supposed to be getting locked up because we want to open carry. And I don't know if anybody paid attention with what Boosie was doing, but I peeped it. Did you see him doing like a lot of things that would make the judge not want to give him any jail time prior to him getting sentenced? If you read the federal sentencing guidelines, there's certain things called mitigating factor in a sentence. Everybody that doesn't go to jail because they carrying a fucking gun and they telling, everybody that doesn't go to jail because they're carrying a gun, which is our right to defend ourselves. And plus, Boosie being who he is and being shot at, why the fuck should he go to jail? What does it say for the rest of us? Not because he a star. Well, people that's not stars, they shouldn't be able to protect themselves either because they fuck. Because I damn sure want a gun, so I'm ready to try. I'm trying to hurt something. If somebody trying to hurt me, we should be able to protect ourselves against anybody. The plain text of the Constitution doesn't say anything about no 922 fucking G. Let me show you. I didn't get this one. Oh, I know. And I hope this shit send a clear message to people and people start fighting this shit because the right to bear arms is one of the most fundamental rights. They made it the second. This is the text of the Second Amendment. Shout out, shout out to H. I'll be done in a minute. It says the Second Amendment A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people, that's us, to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's it. That's all it says. Where they get all this other 922G shit is some shit that's by fucking Congress. Just because somebody doesn't get time, whether they have priors or whatever, of course they have priors. But it's right in the hands of the judge. And Trump and the Justice Department have like trying to put a nationwide joint where we just everybody can carry. You just have to apply. Plus, it don't even say that you have to apply to the Justice Department. Do it say that? It don't say that. That's how people do a lot of things. They make this just makes things say more than it actually say, and it does not say anything else but this right here. It said shall not be infringed, but guess what they do? They infringe upon it all the fucking time. The way they did Boosie, you seen that thing with Boosie? You see how somebody was taking a picture of him, and they said it was a Crip street gang member that took that picture off on Instagram. Like it was a fucking setup. And he was shooting a video. So not only was he not trying to harm nobody, the shit was in his back pocket. Somebody taking a picture of it. I wonder who that Crip was. Now, as far as I'm telling, and why security didn't take it, like I would have fired them motherfuckers. You wouldn't be my security. You wouldn't be my security. You ain't taking. You ain't gonna take the gun. That's the first thing you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take the gun. I'm the bag. What the fuck are you doing? But congratulations, Boosie. I just wanted to say that shit because I just like when I first got off the live, I just remember we was just listening to somebody that was talking about Boosie, Jay Prince. They did this to this person. They did. I don't know what nobody did to nothing. Not what you fuck there. I don't know. I don't listen to rumors or none of that. I know what the fucking law says, and law right here. The man, I ain't seen no paperwork on Boosie. If y'all seen some paperwork on Boosie, put the shit up. Stop fucking talking about people telling them you ain't got the fucking paperwork. There is no minimum. There is no mandatory minimum under 922 G1. It's strictly up to the judge. It's from 0 to 120 months in the feds. So they put Boosie on probation. So what? But I hope it helped you fucking feed your family today to go over there and try to talk shit about that man and you don't know nothing about him and don't got no fucking way to tell him that somebody got the paperwork, put the paperwork up. Or else shut the fuck up. Who the fuck want to be walking around somewhere and can't defend themselves? And then got motherfuckers standing behind you. It make you can't trust no fucking body. Somebody stand behind you and then taking a picture of you on Instagram and the cops determine where he was at. That don't sound like a fucking setup. Fuck out of here. And that's why I'm glad I ain't no fucking gang. I don't want nobody taking no fucking pictures of me with nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't got nothing. No, you can't check me. None of that. All that shit. I'll be careful out there. I'm out of here. This shit. I just wanted to say something real quick about this because you're gonna see a lot of people talking this shit. Watch today. Oh, Boosie telling. He's gonna tell. They they was saying that shit before he got sentenced, and I said, yo, Boosie, if Boosie get time and he get in there and give us somebody that know how to argue, all they gonna do is take it right up to the circuit court and they gonna overturn that shit because I just showed you. There's a split in the circuits. When there's a split in the circuits court, the courts of appeals of the United States, the Supreme Court has to rule on it. They already have ruled on it, and they already have cases up there now waiting. So it's more likely than not the Supreme Court won't have to rule on it because Donald Trump and the Justice Department that he has now, I don't know how much longer they're going to be in because they're the FBI and they're, got their shit. They did some shit. I don't know. They got their shit fucked around or whatever. So that's the plain text. Read the plain text. Stop talking shit about shit that y'all know nothing about. Calling motherfuckers rags, don't got the paperwork. Start talking about a motherfucker that, they supposed to be doing a mandatory 10, like we just was talking about for I don't know how long. We just seen this man that was supposed to be doing a mandatory 10, but because he was going to tell, and we showed the paperwork that he telling, yeah, he had a hammer right down there in Texas. I don't know where nobody, I don't know who gonna hear this, who need to hear it, but you need to just mind y'all fucking business. Read the law where you live, you know what I mean? And see, it's a change of time, but it wasn't like this from the beginning of time. It wasn't no requirements for back in the day, people didn't used to have to walk around with no fucking license. Nah, they just, when they go in the bar, they had to check their guns, and because they knew they was going to be drinking. And they didn't want people to inebriate. That was just, and it wasn't even a law. It was really just because of the owner of the bar. Know your history. Stop coming on the internet. Like, I just hate to see people coming on the internet talking about shit they don't know about. Motherfuckers just talk about motherfuckers just telling, and you don't even know if they told or not. No, the man, what he do, he got his law, he got his doctorate, and he started doing things for people. Judges take that into consideration, and that's called mitigating circumstances. And just because an agent say you did something or they overheard you say something, man, these agents be out here fucking lying, and Texas is a fine example of it. And it don't mean that it don't happen down in California, because you can go read the case law. The motherfuckers was stealing people bitcoins and everything. DEA agents. Have a good day.